Sweet. All right. Aloha, everyone. I am doing a little bit of a different special broadcast right now. Technically, what I'm doing is I'm replying to some of the hundreds of comments on TikTok using my mobile device right now. And I just wanted to be able to like archive this to record it in some way, and plus to be able to just invite people from YouTube over to the broadcast. And yeah, it's just a chance for us to just be able to like hang out and for people in TikTok to be able to join in as well. So let's get right into this. So again, for those of you joining in on TikTok right now, this is pretty much just like a chill broadcast. What I'm actually doing is I'm going through the comments for those of you who have posted on my recent posts, particularly the one about like the being, we are the blue beings, and replying to the comments there. EST. So welcome to those of you joining in on TikTok. What I'm going to do right now, I'm literally just going to kind of like add some commentary as I'm just literally replying to the hundreds of comments on TikTok after yesterday's video went pretty viral, still is going viral, the We Are the Blue Beings video. So I wanted to just be able to multitask at the same time, where as I'm replying to these questions, I'm going to read them out loud, and then I am going to kind of like reply to them. So again, like I have my mobile device here. So for anybody who's left comments, like I'm literally replying to them here, broadcasting on YouTube at the same time. So we'll just kind of like chit chat. I've never done something quite like this, but I make it a habit where like I literally reply to every single comment on TikTok. That's like something that I make as part of my commitment, part of my job. So know that like when you leave comments on my posts, I do make a habit of going to do it. And so there's a lot of comments here that I have to be able to catch up on. And so again, I can either just kind of do this like literally just on my own time, or what I'm doing right now is kind of like doing it while hanging out with you guys to be able to add some commentary. So let's kind of get right into this. So comment. Yoga Mom says, "Is this why I love blue so much?" I'm just gonna kind of like skim through these, drop in some like LOLs. It's really important to be able to like reply to comments on people's content. Like especially for creators who are up and coming. Again, it's not just about like creating content, it's about developing relationships. And that's one of the things that I'm really passionate about. It's about building a team, and that's what we're doing here. So for those of you who are finding my content through TikTok, if you're new to my profile, drop a 333 in the comments. Again, that way so I can just like recognize your username, I can get to know you. So I'm just reading the comments here. So Below Average wrote, our blood is also blue before it reaches the oxygen. Yes, exactly. So again, I'm kind of doing something where I've never done, where I'm kind of like multitasking, where I'm like talking and typing and thinking and responding all at once. So bear with me if I'm kind of like between two places at once. Another comment here. So again, for those of you just joining in, I'm literally like replying to the hundreds of comments on the new Blue Beings post. So if some of those are your comments, stick around because I'll probably be able to like answer some of them as we go. Reminder, we have our Dream Class broadcast tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So another person, Mary Jane, wrote the Blue Man Group. So that's the Blue Man Group is actually a great example of, again, these like blue characters kind of showing up throughout pop culture. So that's a great example. And if you look at the Blue Man Group, they're like very alien, right? Like they literally are. If you look at the Blue Man Group, their stage performance, their story is basically they're like from another dimension or from another planet, and they come here and they're all like curious and stuff like that. So so again, I'm just literally replying to all the comments. So again, thank you so much to everyone who has left comments on any of the posts, particularly on the Blue Man, on the Blue Being post. For those of you just joining in, so I'm literally like replying to all the comments on the post right now. I'm not so much doing like Q&A directly out of the chat, just because I would have to be able to focus on this. Am I vegan? No, I do not fit the criteria to be vegan. I'm a flowtarian. That's a term that I use. So I eat what my body needs, but I'm still aware of minimizing. I eat very minimal meat, but I don't qualify to be vegan. So, yes, Trippy makes me feel like a goddess. Totally. You got this. So I'm just going to leave comments where I'm just like acknowledging people, just like expressing my gratitude, hyping them up. You got this. So again, thank you to anybody who's left comments. Like I said, I've literally got like 100 comments, more than that, to be able to reply to. Some of them I just reply to just with like simple emoticons. Other ones I'll apply to with a little bit more detail. This is a good one. Sofa wrote, ooh, goosebumps. And again, this is for the We Are the Blue Beings video. I'm gonna reply, ooh, truth bumps. That's a little phrase that you guys can use. So if you ever get that when you like witness something and you feel that sensation that like, ooh, you get goosebumps, I like to refer to those as truth bumps, where it's like literally like our intuition kind of like picking up on truth. So ooh, truth bumps. So I'm just replying to that one there. Sweet. All right. Thank you again, everyone, for so much for tuning in. Just going to give some quick shout outs. Thank you to Tyler. Thank you to Gibby. Thank you to Joel. Thank you to, hey, Blake. Thanks for joining in. Nick, thank you for the question. Thank you to anybody who's joining in. If you're a new user on my profile, drop a 333. Again, like, I don't want you to just be like purely just, watching my content. What we're doing here is we're building a team. So, goosebumps. Okay, just replying to some comments here. One person really liked the poem that I put up for Mother's Day. That's always awesome to see. Wow, someone said, wow, namaste, we need more viewers. Hey, there we go, man. Do you guys think that I got what it takes to like reach like a lot of people on TikTok? I mean, for those of you who've seen my content, if you think I got what it takes to reach a lot of people on TikTok, drop an 1111 in the comments. Or like if you would want me to reach a lot of people on TikTok. All right, just replying to more comments here. It's cool to see comments even on like from videos that I've done from a while back, you know, like that's the thing I like about TikTok is that the comments get recycled, like the videos will get like repurposed even as people even like way after they've been posted. So another comment there just saying thank you. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's for tonight's Dream Class broadcast. So again, for anybody here, Dream Class broadcast, 8 p.m. links in my profile. Check it out. So again, for those of you just joining in, I'm replying to all the comments on TikTok right now. And I'm also live on YouTube just because, so that way so we can record it. Somebody on the poem that I made for Mother's Day, they said, wow, this is freaking beautiful. Aw, thank you so much. I love that. Honestly, your guys' feedback and comments, it's incredibly valuable. Like it's great feedback. It lets me know what you like. It helps me decide what to make more of. So thank you so much. There's a lot of people who've been connecting with my profile recently over the last 24 hours, obviously. So thank you again. And to those of you who are new, drop a 333 in the chat. Beloved Court says you definitely do. You always have knowledge, and you always make knowledge fun and easy to understand. Thank you, Beloved Courts. That's exactly what I go for. So I have a class at 8. Witchery, yeah, you can join late. Just let me know in the team chat. Witchery is one of our Patreon supporters, so let me know in the team chat, and like let me know in the team chat before you join. The Zoom link will be posted in the team chat. For those of you, again, like so tonight's broadcast 8 p.m. It's our dream class. This is when we talk about like dreaming and lucid dreaming. It's an interactive community podcast. We record it live. We've made a lot of these. What we do is we have our Patreon members, and our Patreon members can join on air for these broadcasts. So if you want to be like on air and be like in this kind of like sacred digital space together with the other members of the community, definitely check out my Patreon. And it's a great way to like not only connect deeper, to invest in yourself, and to just be able to like connect further with the team. Here's a comment here. Today I learned Smurfs are higher dimensional beings. Exactly. They are from another dimension. It's funny. Did you guys know that Smurfs are multi-dimensional beings? Or like, I mean, when you think about it, Smurfs, like the story of Smurfs, they literally, they live in another dimension, like they're from another dimension. They travel through portals and they live inside of mushrooms. What do you think that's about? They are another dimension, travel through portals and live in mushrooms. Again, I really appreciate everybody's kind comments on the new video for the We Are the Blue Beings. This was made to be quick. All right, just going here. Bro, you know what's crazy? Like right before I watched this video, I was thinking of Lord Shiva, who was like one of the beings I represent like in the video, who I give a depiction of. There we go. Sync, bonus points. I'm gonna reply to that. Bonus points. That's funny. Cool. So again, for those of you just joining in, I'm literally replying to like hundreds of comments on TikTok right now. So again, like, and I just want you guys to know that. Plus, I'm hanging out with you guys. I want to be able to just like, you know, communicate, like have a conversation here. Plus, if there's like funny things that I'm replying to, I want to be able to just like share those. And we're live on YouTube right now, technically at the same time. The YouTube's kind of the secondary. No offense, YouTube, but we're just focusing on the TikTok here. Don't ruin my childhood. LOL jokes. If anything, that enhances their childhood once you realize like because again, when you look at the Smurfs, they're basically like they're fae, you know, like they're like gnome elf-like beings, right? So it makes sense that they're blue. So light workers for life, says quirky female, you know it. That was on the reply for my video, light workers before incarnating on Earth. Did you guys like that one? I got like so much more potential for content I'm gonna do. Awesome. Comment someone mentioning how they met Alex Gray and Allison Gray in Chicago at a live painting. Awesome. I've met them in person too. Actually, I did an interview with them way back in the day. So Alex Gray, for those of you who aren't familiar, look up Alex Gray online. Like a lot of like inspirational art, and like that's art that's featured in the video I did. We are not humans having a spiritual experience. We are multidimensional beings. We are multidimensional spiritual beings having a human experience. You know it. Awesome. Thanks again, everyone. If you guys do have any sort of like general comments, please feel free to leave those in the chat, or even just like comments of gratitude. Like, let me know. Like, did you guys like the new being, the video We Are the Blue Beings? Did you like that one? Like, and if you're new to my profile, drop a 333 in the chat. That way, so I can just keep track. A lot of minds were blown with that video. Like, I had the intention of making that video for quite some time. Nice. This person says, when I commented, it was at 3333 likes. Wow, that's crazy. That video is already like on its way up to 4K likes. That's pretty cool. Laruna, have you heard of the blue avians? Yes, I have. I almost debated referencing them in this video, though it just wasn't fully relative. But yeah, the blue avians, they're again kind of like a higher dimensional species. And sometimes they show up as birds. So it's fascinating. It's a fascinating idea. So again, for those of you here, I'm literally just hanging out live on TikTok while replying to the hundreds of comments that were posted recently. Because I haven't done that. Like, I haven't replied. Last time I replied was after like 6 p.m. So there's like 100+ comments. And again, like, I'm literally just letting you know that I do my best to literally reply to every single comment. So every single comment that comes through on my post, I'll reply to it. And especially if there's like, because if there's like a little question someone might have, I'll do my best to answer it. Because again, like, my intention, like being here, being a creator, I'm not just here because I'm like, hey, I want you guys to like me and make me popular, etc., etc. Like, I want to do this because I want to serve you, because I want to make an impact, because I want to be able to assist people, you know, because I want to create dialogue and conversation and evolve together. The artwork in this video got me like hearts, hearts, hearts. Awesome. That's on the video that I made with like the 3D, the 360 video. This one, did you guys see that one? Like, that's some like pretty cool style there. And the quote from it is actually a quote from The Little Prince. If you're familiar with The Little Prince, let me know. Thanks, Pokey, for the gift. Really appreciate it. The video you made about what human means blew my mind as well. Oh yeah, that one too. Yeah, the idea of like the word human, like hue, Hue, man kind of like mana. I mean, this is kind of like a whether or not like it depends. Some people would be like that's not what it means, but I take it as that, where like basically human basically means like the many shades, the spectrums of mana, and mana basically means like life force energy, depending on what you're referencing. I know it's like, wait, what, like Final Fantasy. I like the Lightworkers one. It was cool, and you said it was like we got amnesia before he came. Thank you, Gibby. Totally. Yeah, guys, let me know what are some of my favorite videos so far that you guys have seen, and maybe you haven't seen all my videos. Like seriously, check out some of the earlier videos on my TikTok. They're just as good as some of my later ones. Another comment here. Whoa, mind blown. Success. Man, a lot of seeds were planted with the Blue Beings video. And again, you know, the intention behind doing that, like it wasn't just like, oh, here's a crazy idea with no practical application. It's like, here's an idea that just kind of shows you that there's more to this reality than meets the eye. Start looking at things differently and start connecting the dots and start just kind of like expanding your consciousness, expanding your awareness. So that was the intention. I love The Little Prince, says Bewitchery. Awesome. What do you think about Enki and Anil? I don't know enough about them to have an opinion on them, Miss Mercenary. You should watch the new Little Prince movie on Netflix. It came out a few years back. Yes, for everyone here, go watch the Little Prince movie. Indeed, I have seen that. Beautiful movie. I love the way it was done. It was like the story in the story. Have you heard of Hemisync? Yes, I am familiar with Hemisync. Thank you, Miss Mercenary, for the panda gifts. Hemisync is great for, again, like a meditation tool, binaural beats. All right, so again, just replying to comments here. More comments, people just sharing their appreciation. So again, like some of the comments I just replied to, it's just like quick emoticons. But if there are like general questions, then I do my best to be able to reply to those as well. A while ago, I had a kind of intense dream, and in it, I was looking at my soul, and it was a blue sphere, like an atom. Wow, beautiful. Oh, that's so cool. That was by Alex. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Again, you know, thank you for sharing. A big part of replying to the comments, again, you know, this is about building relationship with people. Like, that's how I approach social media. Like, again, like, I don't want you guys to just think like, oh, you know, I'm like some distant celebrity on a TV screen or something like that. Like, if you go out of your way to comment on one of my posts or to like share something, like, I want to be able to just like acknowledge you, because for humans that means a lot, you know. Like, I remember when I was like, if I were to get like a reply from someone who I really admired, like if they replied to one of my comments, I'd be like, oh, they noticed me, like I feel special. So I want people to be able to get that experience, you know. Like, it might mean a lot to them just to, you know, they might see one of my videos and suddenly here I am, this guy who's getting like popular on TikTok, and they might kind of look up to me and admire me, like not in like a egoic way, but just kind of like, oh wow, he's doing something really cool, and that inspires me too. And again, you know, like just to see that I literally went out of my way to reply to their comment, like that could mean a lot to them, right? So someone commenting on my like wearing a hoodie while meditating, and I just wrote, I'm a wizard. That's all I'm just gonna put. I'm a wizard. So again, genuine comments I reply to genuinely. Comments with just like simple emoticons I reply to with emoticons. Stupid comments I will delete. So keep that in mind for anybody here. Stupid comments I will delete. So it's Sunny dropping quizzes in the chat. It's Sunny. I feel like is that something you drop in chats all the time? I've been delving into Hemisync recently, and for the first time, I felt my astral body inside. Very cool, Matthew. Yeah, Hemisync is a very powerful tool. Have you watched Midnight Gospel? Absolutely. Actually, I want to make a video about Midnight Gospel. If you guys want me to do that, let me know. The OA is really good. I actually want to make a series of videos that's basically just going to be like 1-minute videos about like movies or TV shows with conscious themes. Like I've done a lot of conscious movie reviews in the past about very particular movies. They'd be longer, you know, it'd be like 20 minutes long. I've done a lot. I've done one for like Alita Battle Angel. I've done ones for the Star Wars movies. What other ones have I done? Done for like Lucy, How to Train Your Dragon, Guardians of the Galaxy. Some of these like go way, way back, right? It's Sunny. If you don't mind, dude, I would just prefer that you only leave comments in the chat that are relative to the chat. If you can't follow that instruction, then please just don't leave comments. Otherwise, you will get removed. Thanks, man. And again, that's nothing against you, dude. That's just about being able to maintain the integrity of the space. So, because again, I don't want like your chats like filtering up the chat and then I lose track of other people's comments. Awesome. It's cool to see you guys talking about like like Midnight Gospel. Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, Alice in Wonderland would definitely be signed. No problem, Sonny. Thanks for understanding, dude. I appreciate that. Awesome. Here's a comment on the We Are the Blue Beings. We are all Smurfs. You know it. That's funny. I mean, kind of. We're basically Smurfs. That's kind of funny. All right, another person here says, thank you. I was just saying this to myself today. That was on a video all about what did I title this video? The like a secret about spiritual relationships. A spiritual secret about relationships. That's what I call it. That was a really powerful video. I know a lot of people, they really benefited from hearing the message in that. Again, if you haven't seen that one, again, you could literally like binge watch my channel. You can go back and like check out more of them. Yes, times are changing. Shift is already happening, says Missy Arts. Absolutely, Missy Arts. You know it. That's on one of my videos of like the Lightworker audio one. Go team. So thanks again to everybody tuning in on TikTok, on all platforms. Again, if you're new to my profile, drop a 333 in the chat. Let me know that way so I can just kind of like recognize your usernames as we're doing this. Again, I'm literally just going through like all the comments to get caught up. All right. Awesome. Nice. Someone commenting on like my video of like my favorite quote from Star Wars, like the Yoda quote: "Luminous beings we are, not this crude matter." So much there. They're just saying how they read into the spiritual themes in movies. Like, who else here? Like, go ahead, leave some comments below on like what are other movies that, or movies or TV shows that have like conscious and spiritual themes. You guys can go ahead and leave some comments for those in the chat. Because again, they might be something that I'll end up doing a video about. So again, I'm definitely like you guys get to like kind of decide what I end up making content about as well, just based on your feedback. So I appreciate that. Just replying to some more hearts here. Oh, blue hearts on the blue video. Beautiful. Awesome. All right. What's that? Let me see. How many likes is that video at? The video is at 36,000 likes. 3,600 likes. Yeah, 3,600. That's cool. Someone's saying they knew this about the blue beings. Yes. Awesome. Sweet. Thanks again, everyone, for hanging out. There's just not too many of us here, but that's all right. Steven Universe. Yeah, you know what? I haven't actually watched that show, but I've heard some great things about it. Like a lot of like empowerment related to like the sacred feminine. Stay curious. Stay grounded. Drink water. Feel free to join our team meditations. Feel free to join our team meditations Monday to Friday. I'm looking forward to being able to have more people tune in for our team meditations. I put the info for that in my bio, so that way more people can just kind of not easily see it. If you are tuned in here, know that you are totally invited to join our team meditations. by being curious. Someone's asking here. They're like, wow, like you're so young. How did you figure this all out at a young age? And I just put like by being curious. Feel free to check movies I've made and more through my profile link. Yeah, again, for those of you who haven't yet, there's some full-length movies that I have online that you guys are welcome to watch. The Journey to Lucidity movies. Definitely check those out. So, okay, I just got to reply to the comments here. Very empowering, and there is some relation to the crystal light form and the actual crystal metaphysical properties. Very cool. Yeah. Hey, Melisha, thanks for joining in. Just hanging out here, replying to every single comment on TikTok. Part of the reason is that like when you engage with comments on TikTok, it helps boost your account authority, which helps like your videos get sent out more. Thanks for sharing. But again, it's about developing relationship. Like I want people to know that I'm seeing their comments. Someone just wrote dab on like my poem for Mother's Day. That's funny. Cool. All right. So thanks again, everyone, for joining in. If you're new to my profile, let me know, what video did you first discover? Or even if you're not new, like what are some of my favorite videos that I've done so far? And again, like if you're looking for more, like definitely check out more on my YouTube channel. I hope it was 8. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm just gonna reply to it with a with a smiley face. That's okay. I was on my howling at the moon one. All right, I don't even know how many comments I still have. I'm 3 hours based into the timeline of the comments. To feel this way, crazy. I feel like she's another. Thanks for sharing. Again, for those of you tuned in right now, what I'm doing is I'm literally replying to the hundreds of comments that have come in over the past 24 hours. And I'm multitasking by hanging out here live on TikTok at the same time. So, you want to help one hand. Lead by example, hold space, give others permission to see truth within. Someone was just commenting, and Mika actually replied. Someone was just saying that they like had a friend who was just having a hard time getting into these ideas, like some of the spiritual ideas. So I was just basically saying, just like keep being you, like hold space and help them see the truth within themselves. Yes, the higher dimensional Smurfs ideas. I knew there was something to be gained from the Smurfs. Yeah, you know it. I love the idea that just from that video, people are going to go back and look at the Smurfs and they're going to be like, oh my god, like, what were they trying to tell me all along? So, I love how on the Blue Beings video, like, did you guys catch my pun at the end where I'm like, comment if this blew your mind? So, a lot of people like that. And I try to like end every single video with like some sort of funny spiritual pun or something like that, like it's like, oh, try not to trip over your own silver cord. Like, what? Comment if this blew your mind. What was the other one that I did? There's another one that I did. Oh yeah, it's like do gnomes shit in the woods? I was like in one of my other videos. It's like, what? Thank you again for your comments, everyone. For those of you just hanging out, again, what I'm doing right now is I'm literally going through the process of replying to the hundreds of comments that have been posted to some of the videos over the last few hours. So for those of you who have simply connected to my profile, who have tuned in, who have left comments, thank you. It means a lot. I love how the blue videos, so there's several of the comments on like the We Are the Blue Beings video was like people like writing the lyrics for like that song by Eiffel 65 or whatever, the Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die song, and there's like, oh my god. And even still, you go back and look at that song and you're like, wait a second, what was that song actually about? So that's funny though. All right, if you're new to my profile, drop a 333 in the chat. If you guys do have any sort of general questions in the chat, you can go ahead and leave those. I'll try and multitask here. I'll try and like answer. So if you guys have some like general spiritual questions, go ahead. You can leave those in the chat, and I'll do my best to multitask here as I'm replying to the comments. Megamind type beats. Yes, replying to that. Maybe that's why blue is almost everyone's favorite color. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, how many people here isn't like blue everyone's favorite color? That's kind of funny. I think it's my favorite color. My eyes are blue. I like blue, so yes, great example. Talking about the Blue Man Group. You guys are welcome to do that. Even just leave other examples of blue characters that you've seen in pop culture and stuff. All right, let's gotta look at the comments here. The tripping over the silver cord made me so worried. I was like, what does that mean? Exactly. Gibby, that was the point. Like, honestly, like, some of the stuff when I write stuff like that, like, I write it with the idea and I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. And then I'm just like, whatever, just do it. Just, like, put it in the video. Because it's supposed to be satirical anyways, right? Like, it doesn't mean anything, really. It's just kind of meant to be kind of like, what? Northern Girl says, I love your relationship breakup video. Thank you, Northern Girl. I really appreciate that. I'm glad that video was able to reach more people. Quirky Female, thanks for joining in. Quirky Female, I literally replied to one of your comments not too long ago. See, again, I do my best to remember usernames. Like, so that's why when you guys are commenting, it helps me remember your usernames. And then it helps me remember who you are. Quirky Female, are you Canadian? I heard the way you said process. Do I say what? Is there like an accent on the way I say process? But yes, I am Canadian. I'm in Ontario. Melisha, thank you again for joining. What do I know about Portugal? Not too much. I know there's a lot of awesome people in Portugal though. So, all right, just replying to more comments here. Can you guys hear the beats in the background? I got some lo-fi on right now. How many people here listen to lo-fi hip-hop radio? Anybody else? Any lo-fi fans here? If you guys know what I mean. It's like a particular stream on YouTube that just has like lo-fi beats all the time. It's really good. That's cool. There's a comment here on the Blue Beings video. It said, it didn't blow my mind, but it did when I witnessed it firsthand during meditation. When you string together all the info, it's truly undeniable. There we go. See? So even like the whole like Blue Beings video. Thanks for sharing. Again, thanks. I don't even remember if I like heard that. I don't think I heard somebody else say that. I don't think I read it in a book. It was just something I kind of pieced together, but it was very kind of like intuitive awareness. It was like, wait a second, that makes sense. Like, oh my God, like I observed it on just kind of like my own process. But then what's interesting is that you actually begin to eventually hear other people. They're like, whoa, I reached that same idea, right? That's when spirituality gets really interesting, when you kind of have those aha moments. And then you end up like reading or hearing other people who had similar aha moments, you know, because then you know you're onto something. I listen to lo-fi. Yes. Do you know your past lives? I don't know my past lives with certainty. I only have best guesses, which is what I think most of us have. Miss Mercenary says, I'm going to sign up for your thing. Thank you, Miss Mercenary. I assume you mean the Patreon. So thank you. Northern Girl, I'm your neighbor from Minnesota. Awesome. Shout out, neighbor. Howdy, neighbor. What do you think about cosmos and advanced being? I definitely think there's more than just us. I'll say that. So, someone said he was proud of that pun. You know it. If people try to make fun of me in the comments, I just laugh with them, you know. It's like whatever. So someone's saying, I've been so drawn to the color blue lately. Magic. Awesome. Reminder again for everybody here, if you're around tonight, we have our dream class at 8 p.m. This is when we talk about like dreaming, lucid dreaming, like group discussion. if you're interested, like again, if you guys are like starting to vibe with my content, definitely check out my Patreon. Even if you're like not in a position to sign up for it yet, just check it out, just so you can like see what's available through there. Because again, there's like a lot of really cool value there, and it's like a chance for you to like connect further. You can get like more access to me. You can join our team broadcast, discounts for the shop, access to a private team chat. What are your thoughts on parallel dimensions? Crazy says, "Da, da, da. I love your videos." Thank you, Crazy, and thank you for that question. Again, I know I just gave like a simple answer to that question. It's a great question. Like we'll have to make I'm gonna make another video. Like I'm literally gonna make, and you guys can help me with this. I'm gonna make a series of videos where it's basically gonna be like my thoughts on ... So it'll be like my thoughts on aliens, my thoughts on Sasquatch, my thoughts on parallel dimensions, my thoughts on psychedelics, something like that. So if you guys have topics that you want me to do, you can leave those in the chat right now. And again, it's all just practice, right? Like anything I share, like it's not like absolute truth. It's like, hey, we're exploring this together. So. Loads of love from India. Thank you so much. Shout out to India. What are my thoughts on parallel dimensions? I think I almost kind of think that one of the ways to be able to understand the concept of parallel dimensions is almost to be able to like understand that like the way how this reality or these realities operate is more kind of similar to almost like a computer, where there's like multiple programs running at the same time. And we're like inside of like one program, so to speak. That's not even the best way to explain it. But are there parallel realities? Yes. Are there parallel dimensions? Yes. Like there's definitely parallel dimensions. Even in the idea that like the dimensions actually like overlap in space. This is a fascinating idea where like right now we're in this kind of like physical dimension. I'm looking around, I'm seeing things, but then like in another dimension within the same space, there could be like other beings like living here, and we don't even know it. It's kind of weird. It's really kind of trippy, and it's hard to explain in words. Like it actually like kind of like flexes the mind. You're like, oh, this is like hurting my brain to try and explain it, but that's why we practice explaining it. So a lot of what I encourage is just people practicing talking about these things. Like that's how we begin to understand it, you know, is by practicing having these conversations, even if we don't really fully know the absolute truth. It's more so about the process of exploring, you know, the Socratic method, where the value is just in being able to explore the journey. Have you been to the future? We are all from the future. So in that sense, yes, to a degree. I talk about the idea that I'm basically like I refer to myself as a neo-gonzo journalist from the future. So I'm basically like kind of connected to this very future energy. A lot of like the work that I've been doing has been kind of like done with the intention of it becoming more valuable in the future. So in a sense, I like the idea that like all of us are actually from the future, like our higher self, our soul, whatever you want to call it, like that part of ourself is in the future. It connects to us as data into this present moment. This is why if you guys get a chance, I really encourage you to tune into our team meditations, especially tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be like a big one. Our Fridays are always a very special one that we do. But yeah, like it's through our chakras that we actually receive information from the future. So as a multidimensional being, part of our being is the ability to like receive information from the future, and then to use it to help us in our decision-making process, to help us like move through with more grace. Is there a book on this? Quirky, I'm not exactly sure on what topic exactly. Just so I can be able to reply to that. I'm not exactly sure what topic you're referring to exactly. Sorry, Crazy. I'm not exactly sure what you said there. There's a few typos. If you want to retype that, go for it. All we need is to feel it. Well, yeah, okay. I think I get what you're saying. Yeah, Gaia.com. Gaia.com is definitely a good source. Oh, okay, you corrected your typo. Again, like honestly, Crazy. Like anything I'm saying, like understand that, like take it with a grain of salt. Like this is just me making best guesses. I'm human like you. Like so, like we're exploring this together. I've been making, you know, I've been observing and making guesses and piecing things together to the best of my ability for quite some time. What are your thoughts on the Bible? I don't have too much of a heavy opinion on the Bible, though I would say is that it can be read in two levels. It can be read in both the like kind of like surface, and then it can be read as kind of like esoteric, like the esoteric symbolism. And I think like with any of the ancient scriptures, not just the Bible, there's always kind of layers. So like if you read it and you're not really fully kind of like if you're there's almost like a code to it. And if you read it from the surface, you're like, "Oh, okay." And it's almost like a novel. It kind of reads like a story. But then if you understand the esoteric, like the symbolism of it, it actually is speaking deeply to like resonance of the soul. So I think the Bible, as with many of the sacred books, contains valuable esoteric information. So that's basically all I can say on that at the moment. Someone put 10 out of 10 for the pun at the end for the blew your mind on the blue beings. Yes. See, people like those puns. They'll remember the puns. They'll be like, that video was meh, but the pun got me. Someone wrote saving for later for the chakra practice meditation. Awesome. Yeah, I know for the chakra practice meditation, some people like literally rewatch that. That's this one here. If you guys have seen, you can't see the screen reflection. That one with the chakra stuff. If you guys have seen that one, definitely check that out. 50 words at max. Couldn't express it better. Yeah. A book you'd recommend? We were talking about books this morning, actually. There's a lot of books that we were talking about. I would recommend The Alchemist. Alchemist, Celestine Prophecy, Power of Now, anything by Ram Dass, Dolores Cannon, Joe Dispenza has a new book. There's lots of books out there. I have honestly not read a heck of a lot of books, I'll be honest with you. And that doesn't, like, it's okay. Like, I have tons of books, but I haven't, like, fully read through a lot of them. A lot of like my knowledge comes from like direct experience, listening to other people, you know, having conversations, things of that nature. So, but yeah, no, I think we all have kind of different styles of learning, and I'm not against books. Honestly, the only reason like I'm just so busy like creating content for you guys and producing things, that's usually the majority of my time. So awesome. So again, for anybody who's just joining, I'm still in the process of replying to the hundreds of comments on TikTok right now. So there's like literally hundreds of comments there. So for anybody who's left comments, thank you again. Someone writing mind blown on the blue beings. Yes. How many minds do you guys think I blew? It's a weird way to say it. How many minds do you think were blown from the blue beings video? I mean, considering there's 3,619 likes, that's nice. That's a good sync right there. Theoretically, that would mean that there's like that many minds that were blown. Awesome. Someone liking the video that I put out about the spiritual secret relationships. Another person writing amazing. Thank you, Mike. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Shout out to Tolly. How many people here follow Tolly as well? He reshared this. Oh, that's right. I have to go to Tolly's profile and reply to some of the questions there, because he, like, with my permission, he reposted this to be able to help it reach more people. So shout out to Tolly. Obviously, some people would have found my profile through him. Success. Another person wrote, blew my mind, but they wrote it blue. I'm glad you guys like got that pun. That's so funny. All right, sorry. There's a few comments here I have to reply to. Scoobity-bop-bop-bop. Love your positivity and multidimensional mindset, bro. Thank you, SJM. Really appreciate it. Quirky female. I have Raise Your Vibration, and I get daily lessons from there. Very cool. Is that a book? I assume so. Again, if you guys are new to my profile, drop a 333 in the chat. What we're doing right now, I'm literally just like replying to the hundreds of comments. So again, it's really important for me that I reply to the comments, because again, like someone wrote the Blue Davidi Davodai song. They're just like, oh, that song, like that's, I've seen that comment like multiple times so far on the blue people being. Because again, you know, I just want you guys to know that, like, as you know, as we're hanging out here and everything like that, that again, like the content that I'm doing, like the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm doing it to like help accelerate the shift in consciousness. And part of the way how we do that is by building community. And so if you're taking the time to reply to comments, then, you know, I'm going to take the time to reply as well, because that's again, it's a form of energy exchange. So again, I really appreciate everybody leaving comments. And honestly, if you guys, when you catch future live videos going up like that I make, and if you really like them, please feel free to comment. Please feel free to reshare them, tag your friends. it helps a lot, you know, because then it boosts the algorithm. It basically tells TikTok that people are watching, and then it will send it to more people, and that helps more people get inspired. So, Witch Smoker says, I love this. Puts a whole nother level on indigo people in relation to the Blue Beings one. Very cool. Yes. Yeah, that's interesting that we have like the term indigo children. Then the kind of the whole like the blue people thing as well. So, and I think that the indigo children reference, like that's kind of like related to like the frequency of the color indigo and kind of like raising up through the harmonics of the colors, so to speak. Thank you too. I'm 6 hours deep into new comments. I think I have until about like, I think I have to go back like 12 hours to get fully caught up here. Thank you too. Again, honestly, like that's one of the things, unfortunately, as like my content becomes more popular, is that like sometimes it's gonna get to the point where there's gonna be so many comments that I'll have a hard time replying to all of them. Thanks. A person wrote, it didn't blow my mind, but I like your content. I appreciate that. I appreciate the honesty. Nice. Cool. All right, 1 second, team. I'm just going to take a look at more of the comments here. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Crazy says, I came from Tolly's. That's awesome, dude. Thank you so much. And again, thank you to Tolly as well. Tolly may be on the broadcast tonight for Dream Class. We're going to see about that. Just depends on schedule. Yeah, me and him got to do some more collabs. So, yes, a book with 111 ways to increase your spiritual connection. Very cool, Quirky Female. Yeah, there's so many practical books out there, you know? Perfect. Awesome. Did you guys see this video with like the chakra practice meditation with like the added graphics and stuff? It's hard to see with the phone reflection. Again, that video, that's like a very practical video. That's a very, like, people can watch that and it's like teaching them about esoteric knowledge. Someone's like commenting on the blue beans. They're like, more, and I'm like, and then I'm just gonna be like, definitely check out my profile link. Let me check my file link for more inspirational content. I can't wait until eventually typing on phones will just be purely like thought based, so I won't have to use my thumbs. It'll just be like so awesome. Hey Kathy, thanks so much for joining in. If you're new to following me, you guys can drop a 333 in the chat. Let me know. We are also live on YouTube right now. If you guys are live on YouTube, go ahead, leave a comment. Obviously, again, I'm kind of like talking to TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So, let's see. We're 7 hours deep into new comments. There was a comment on here by another TikTok user who's actually like quite established. Like, I forget her name though. But it was kind of cool just to see her comment. The video must have showed up on her For You page. So again, for those of you who are here, again, with a lot of the content I'm doing, like, I'm also building a team of conscious TikTok creators. So if you're a conscious TikTok creator or thinking about becoming more active as a conscious TikTok creator, definitely let me know. And again, connect to our team chat. We have a team chat through my profile link. So connect to my team chat through my profile link if you haven't yet. I can't wait for your meditation and catch you on the flip side. Thank you, Quirky. We'll see you again for the meditation on Friday. And again, for anybody who's looking for the meditations, all the recordings are through my profile link. All right. Yeah, Sammy Kakuzo. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. They replied, they said, so that's why Avatar made people depressed. I'm not exactly sure what she means by that. It definitely helped plant some seeds. but I'm gonna just reply to it anyways. Again, like she's got, yeah, like 90K followers. Her videos are pretty regularly getting thousands of views. That's pretty cool. So that's a Sammy, because I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Can't even see it properly. Hit. Can't show you. But anyways, check it out. Sammy Kukuzo. Yeah, no, it was just cool to see her comment on my stuff. It's like, oh my god, I was recognized by somebody who has thousands of followers. So that's pretty cool. See, even I have like fanboy moments, I guess. So all right. Yeah. So Sam, yeah, she's so cool. See, yeah, exactly. You guys know, because again, like that's the thing. Like, what's kind of cool with like the spiritual niche within TikTok is that because of the way the For You page works, most people are kind of following the same people. So there's like a group of us, right? Like there's like less than there's a lot of conscious TikTok creators, but there's enough of us where we can kind of like, begin to run into each other over and over again. So, Zach, thanks for sharing the live. I didn't even know you could share the lives. Is there other stuff I can do in the live that I haven't really played with yet? Like, what do I have settings wise? No. Oh, I can filter comments. There's another thing where you can like, can't I like highlight questions or something like that? Hold on, I'm just seeing what happens when I click reply. Does that pop up on screen? No, it doesn't. I'm just seeing, because I've seen some people do some lives and they have like a question like on screen. Not exactly sure how that works, but that's okay. I'll figure it out another time. That's how I feel when you recognize me. Aw, thank you, Bewitchery. Alright, so for those of you just joining, I'm 9 hours deep in replying to new comments, so we still got a ways to go. I think I gotta go back at least like 15 hours. Someone just sharing the video. Thanks for sharing. Tolly's comment got 23 likes. Obvious's comment got 95 likes. Nice. And that was a comment. It just said, this blew my mind. Awesome. Someone said, I think my third eye is beginning to expand. Thank you for this. Thank you too. Yeah, even with like the third eye, like the opening of the third eye, I think like the opening of the third eye can almost be, it's almost more effective when it's kind of like thought of as more of like a metaphor, where just like the awakening of the third eye basically just kind of means like your expansion of awareness, opposed to like the literal kind of like activating of the chakra itself. So that's when you say like, oh, you got to open your third eye. Like another way is to just kind of like approach it from like, we're encouraging people to just start thinking for themselves, to see more of the picture. That's the way I look at it. So, so again, just commenting here. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. I appreciate you guys spending your day with me. It's a rainy day outside. Is it still raining? Oh, maybe it stopped. I might have to. I was probably gonna go for a stroll at some point. And I may actually just stay on the live. Like I'll stop the live, but then I'll probably restart the live. Like you guys are. Like I live here by myself, so you guys are like my friends. You guys get to hang out with me. Blue skin deities in Hinduism is meant to represent dark skin, not actual blue. Thanks for sharing. Cool. Again, if you're new to my profile, go ahead, drop a 333 in the comment. Let me know. That way so I can just say hello to you. I think it's already open, just needs glasses. That's a good way of putting it. See, this is where, again, like, it related to the third eye. Like, I've talked about this before, but, like, honestly, like, I don't tell people, like, hey, you need to open your third eye. I don't tell them that, because I think that can be kind of, like, taken in a way that may not always be approached practically. Like, I'm more interested in helping people focus, like, from the root up. So, like, help them just kind of, like, focus on, like, the basic things, like sleep, diet, exercise, sunlight, social connection, taking care of themselves. And then they work their way up through the chakras eventually into the eye. And, again, like, I think it's fine just be, like, open your eye in terms of a metaphor, where it's just, like, expand your awareness. Start thinking for yourself. That, for me, makes sense. But I'm not going to be the person that's, like here, like, open your third eye by watching this, because I think if people kind of approach it from this way without working on the other chakras, that's where it can get a little like what the fuck am I even doing? Like, what? This is weird. So, yeah, Witchy, go live, absolutely. Yeah, and again, timing for everyone. Like again, like honestly, like I like don't if you're like worried about if you're just like, oh, I need to open my third eye, then that's probably an indicator that you should take a step back from trying to open your third eye. There's other things that you can focus on that are gonna help like lead the path there. So like I mean, if someone were to ask me, it's like, is my third eye open? Like I guess. Like again, like I don't determine like my like value or my authority based on whether or not my third eye is open. Like I mean, I guess it's open. Like what, you know, like it's a chakra. It's doing what it's thing. Sometimes it's more open, sometimes it's closed, but ultimately I kind of like am aware of it enough where I can control the balance, right? Like honestly, like when I hear some people and they go on lives and they're like I've activated my kundalini and I'm like an advanced yogi and here's how I activate my third eye and this is like why you should listen to me. That type of attitude, actually, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Like it's I don't know, for me I just don't resonate it. I don't really resonate with it. Oh, Jet sending the very rich comments in the chat. Thank you so much, Jet. Please don't leave those comments again. Just relative comments only, please. I see people doing that. It happened to me once where someone left one of those fake, like, I'm sending you a rich comment because I wasn't paying attention, but I'm onto it now, so it doesn't work twice. Balance is key, absolutely. But then Kathy sending the real gifts. Thank you, Kathy. Someone did send me a I'm a very rich once. Kelly said that, actually, so balance is the key. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in. Hey, NZ Weather, welcome back. Oh, did Kathy just send a rainbow puke? Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. Again, if you guys are looking to support, gifts are always appreciated. Like I can't cash those out anytime soon. You have to make like over $100 to cash them out, I think. But if you are looking to support, definitely check the link in my profile. You can support on Patreon. Patreon is like a super effective way to be able to support. Yeah, it's in the science somewhere. Cool. Okay. All right. 10 hours deep. Our consciousness is not confined to a physical body. We're just seeing from. What does this mean exactly? That our consciousness is not confined to our physical body and we're just seeing ourselves from this way. Basically, it just means that there is more to this reality than me said, that there is more to this reality than meets the eye. The eyes stay curious. Stay curious. Stay grounded. Cool. All right. Okay. Thanks again, Kathy, for sharing. Thank you, Miss Mercenary, for mentioning that you're going to join the Patreon. Yeah, for anybody else here, like absolutely. Like we're currently at 140 Patreon supporters. So if you guys want to join the Patreon there, and again, when you join the Patreon, that's when like again, like you can join like our collaborative work periods. So that's like throughout the week, and that's where you have access to me as like a conscious media creation coach. So I can like assist with like media production, brainstorming, getting clarity on next steps. So all right, so again, literally still just replying to all the comments here. Thanks again, everyone, for joining in. How do we get there to be able to be blue? Not exactly sure what that comment means. How do we get there? Because many of us are super pollution. Yeah, not exactly sure what that comment means. That's full of stars, and I said to myself, it's me. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thanks for sharing. Alright, I feel like I was drawn to your account for some reason. Hey, Destiny, thank you so much for joining. Destiny, thank you for that comment as well. Did you recently come across my account? And if so, just let me know. Or like, how did you find it? Or which video did you find first? But yeah, again, like honestly, like what I really like about TikTok more so than the other platforms is the ability for the synchronicity to take place within the algorithm. Because again, it's basically like this like digitized version of law of attraction. If you start looking up other videos about spiritual awakening and, you know, consciousness and light workers, the algorithm begins to send you more of that And so because of this, like the people that are seeking my content will find it when it ends up on the For You page, which is super cool, right? So like, yeah, like shout out to anybody who's like synchronistically finding me through TikTok. Yes, exactly. Oh, someone comment here wrote, I've seen this through mirror gazing. That's what I gotta make a video about. So related to the blue beings, I'll just mention this real quick. I'm not gonna get into it deep because I want to be able to provide more instructions. The blue being thing, you can actually see this if you eye gaze with yourself in a mirror. So like this is like an actual thing where you like relax, you eye gaze in the mirror, and then eventually what happens is the colors will invert. Like your perception will actually like the colors will invert when you get very relaxed. So if you want to see yourself as a blue being, as a blue version of yourself, eye gaze with yourself in the mirror, get nice and relaxed, breathe, be mindful about it, and relax your eyes, and then eventually observe that the color will slowly begin to shift. Like I remember doing this for the first time years ago. Kathy says they found me through the heart chakra video. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you, Kathy. I'm glad you found me through that video. Destiny, I've just started my spiritual awakening. Welcome, Destiny. So I definitely feel like I was meant to learn from you and your content. Thank you, Destiny. And again, for anybody who's new, and if you guys are like fairly new, watch the Journey to Lucidity movies. Like these are movies that I made back in 2013. There's even movies before that, but like go to my YouTube channel and just honestly just go through my YouTube channel, but through my YouTube channel you'll see like the movies I've made. Watch those. Like just watch those because like they'll inspire you and you'll learn some stuff and it will assist you on your journey. So awesome. Somebody liked my TikTok rest stop video. Yay, thank you. Did you guys like that video? Thanks so much. The this one? You guys like that video? It's cute. My journey has been lifelong. Absolutely. Like again, right? Like people kind of say like, you know, like, oh, I just started my spiritual awakening. I mean, technically we've always been on our spiritual awakening, you know, like it's always been this journey since the moment we were born. We were going through a journey of spiritual awakening, but absolutely it happens through stages. So 1 second here, just gotta reply to my girlfriend. Cute. White person. Alright, where was I? Okay, just getting back to the comments here. We're 11 hours deep into the comments. By the time I reply to all these comments, there's going to be new comments for me to reply to. So why are we here as humans if we are blue or stars? I wasn't ready for now. Yeah, Kathy, well said. Exactly. Sarah, ask that question again. Why are we here as humans if we are blue or stars? If you can ask that question again, Sarah, I just want to be able to understand exactly what you're asking, opposed to just like, why are we here? Because that's obviously a big question. But if you want to get a little bit more specific on that, I'll do my best to give an answer. I mean, that's a great question for the team to explore. You know, just I've done that in other lives, like the question of like, why are we here? You know, that's a great question for you to ask yourself. Why are we here? And quite simply, I think it's to experience, to learn, to grow. Why? So are you saying like, why are we here as light workers and stuff like that? Like, why are light workers here? I would say it again, to be able to like help assist with the shift in consciousness and to be able to help accelerate the shift in consciousness, to do things that are going to make a difference, like opposed to just like staying home and doing nothing. Not that that's not important. That is important because that's when you're working on yourself. We want to like intentionally engage. We want to create art. We want to have conversation. We want to facilitate community events. We want to do things like free hugs once we're able to. We want to be able to be mirrors to help other people see this light within themselves. So as we continue to awaken to that light, we want to be able to help others see it within themselves. Because that's kind of the thing that like as a light worker that I really you know inspired me, was this understanding that there's that spark is within inside all of us, you know, that spark of knowing, that spark of like cosmic wisdom. It's inside all of us. So it's helping people kind of get to that place where they can start to see it. And a lot of the role that we play as light workers, it isn't so much about telling people what to think or what to understand. It's being able to encourage them to think for themselves and then to lead by example. When we lead by example within our own, by being who we are, our authentic self, we give others permission to do the same. So that's my kind of my simple answer. Yeah, what can we do to bring the shift in consciousness? Stay connected with what I'm creating is one way, because again, like that's exactly what we're about. We're about building a team. I appreciate the question, Sarah. Sarah's saying, how can we talk if most don't listen? Pick and choose who you're talking to, and you don't have to talk to everyone. I'm better at listening than teaching, but can find the right time to speak. There will be those who will listen, but again, keep working on yourself. Keep working on yourself. Keep creating art and connect with community. Connecting with community is incredibly important, and that's exactly what we're doing here. So. Yeah, the only other person can only understand, like, yeah, they can only kind of like get what they're at. But again, we can plant seeds. Absolutely, we can plant seeds. So again, I think one of the most important things that we can do as a light worker is simply to like be our authentic self, and then in turn that gives permission for other people to do the same. If that makes sense, let me know. I mean, obviously it can go way deeper than that. But yeah, again, that's where with what I do, like I help facilitate a team of conscious creators and leaders. So this is why, like, you guys have seen my content, you've seen the effect of it, the ability for me to create content, for me to reach people, for me to be able to build an audience and build a community. What I'm passionate about is like helping other people do that as well, because like that's how we accelerate the shift in consciousness, through the power of art. Exactly. So Sarah, I think it's just being able to like find versions of art that you do enjoy, just getting to the point that I'm being able to recognize my truer self. Good for you, Kathy. Proud of you. Yeah, honestly, Sarah, I would say like right now with where you're at, I would say like spend time just following things that inspire you. So pay attention to other artists, other creators, watch some more of my videos, get inspired by it, and then from there that will kind of like naturally cultivate you to be able to like see something someone else is doing and be like, whoa, like I could do that too, and then kind of like do it and put your own flavor to it. That's why I think like TikTok is such a powerful platform, because again, it's like a great place for us to be inspired by each other and then to like create together and to celebrate that creation. So yeah, exactly, find the things you're passionate about and then focus on that, like go to where your heart calls you. So okay, I'm just gonna kind of just plow through these comments as quick as I can, because I want to be able to just to move on to the next stuff. So again, for those of you who are here, I'm just literally replying to all the comments that have been posted on my profile over the last 24 hours. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. If you guys do have sort of like general questions, I'll do my best to be able to reply to them in the chat. Nothing like too deep, but I'll do my best. Someone wrote in the Blue Beings video, said, I saw that when I tripped on shrooms and I saw like a blue figure of a person. Oh, there we go. There we go. I like how like that video that I made, it like literally helped create like a little bit of context for people. People might have seen it, they might have been like, holy crap, and it actually like connected some dots for them. Wish I knew more about the importance of blue. Yes, there is always more to learn. Stay curious. Again, one of the most important things for us to do as like humans is to stay curious. I think that's so important. Once we kind of start just like living someone else's story or living someone else's narrative, that's when it can get very disheartening. We need to make sure that we stay curious. That's why like there's a lot of, it's kind of obvious, right? Like a lot of people, they just like listen to what the news tells them and stuff like that, but they're not thinking for themselves. We need to practice thinking for ourselves. How did you find out that you are connected to the all, this awakening, Sarah? My simple answer with that would be like nature, spending time in nature and like looking at trees. Like even one of the other videos that I made. You can check it out. Like The Awakening Within the Matrix within 5 minutes. That's the full video. The TikTok version's only one video. But studying nature, you know, like studying like the just like the patterns of nature and then seeing ourselves in them, you know, like sacred geometry, interconnectedness. Like it's not even something you read out of a book. It's literally something you can like observe, right? Yes. All right, beautiful. Blew some more people's minds. Haha, success. Again, for those of you just joining in, I'm replying to all the comments. Someone wrote Willow Smith's album cover. Does Willow Smith's new album cover have some psychedelic Alex Grey art? I haven't even seen it yet, but I know she's totally into like her own spiritual awakening. That's really cool when you start to see like some of like, you know, younger celebrities, so to speak, starting to have their own awakening. Like it's definitely happening. Okay, 1 second. Kathy, yes, and the universe smacked me in the head like, wake up, you are more. There we go. Yeah, again, observing the patterns. It's actually quite obvious that we're actually connected to everything. Like it's very observable. So that's where, again, you know, it's not even something where like you have to convince someone. You just have to like help them look, help them like, again, it's like you could, it's interesting because it's like that's what consciousness is about. You perceive things relative to your consciousness. So you could have two people look at the exact same thing and see things differently, you know? So it's like how you look at things that's important. You could literally stand in front of a tree and one person be like, oh my god, this is like a key to the secret of the universe, and then another person would just be like, no, it's just a tree, right? So we have to kind of train ourselves to be able to like see things differently. All right. Oh, am I caught up? Am I caught up on the comments? No, I'm not yet. Almost. I'm almost there. I'm 12 hours deep into comments. Person wrote, I'm shook from the blue video. That's funny. There we go. Awesome. Someone wrote, their cousin has spoken about this. The blue beings. See, again, like I'm not the only one like talking about the blue beings, or just that concept that we are the blue beings. Oh, there's a comment from Blake here that I didn't respond to. Blake, I don't know if you're in here. Yeah, you are. I thought so. From the tree hugging video. I don't know, somehow I didn't miss that comment. That was like a week ago. This makes the exact opposite of a blue being. Perhaps. Awesome. Oh, dude, Chris Cool. I didn't even know this guy was on TikTok. It's like an old buddy of mine who I just saw left a comment. This guy like been doing like conscious podcasts for quite some time. That's so cool. Yeah, dude. That's so funny, man. It's funny when, because like there's like, you know, some of us have been creating conscious media for like a while now, so it's just kind of cool to like still see other people like still playing this game of shifting consciousness by creating conscious media. We all have our own truths that may be similar or different. Yeah, exactly. Like again, we all have our own points of view. I'm gonna have to go watch more of your YouTube videos. Absolutely, Kathy. Like again, like right now, if you look at my newest videos, it's all like morning meditations and team broadcasts. Go back a little bit further, check out some of the playlists. You'll definitely find more there. There's some funny videos there too. If we are blue beings, why are we in human form consciousness? Because that's what we came here to do. Again, we kind of like my other video. We kind of like came here to like forget what we were in order to be able to learn and remember. And again, as much as we are blue beings, we're also whatever color this is. I don't even know what color this is. It's the opposite of cyan. So this is like an orange. We don't think of like, it's like, this isn't white. This is like orange. So. All right. I think I'm almost caught up on comments. I'm 15 hours deep. Thanks so much. So many awesome people leaving comments. Oh my god, that makes so much thanks. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you too. Thank you too for commenting. Awesome. I wrote my comment, then read the comments. Mr. Nolan talking about Captain Planet. That's funny. All right. Do you believe in Christianity? Why? We couldn't tell by looking. Sarah, sorry, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking exactly. Do I believe in Christianity? Do I believe in anything? See everything, believe nothing. I was raised Catholic. I don't follow Christianity. I know that within Christianity there's some esoteric knowledge there. So, and I know that within Christianity it's about, you know, being good to one another. So in that sense, I resonate with those values. Yes. Awesome. Someone liked my chill space. Hooray. Thank you for commenting. Alright, it kind of did. LOL. Hooray. Success. Success. Alright. Gibby, I'm gonna hop off the live, but thank you so much for sharing. Learned a lot and took notes. Oh, awesome, Gibby. Man, if I knew people were taking notes, I would have tried harder. Thanks, Gibby. I appreciate that. Gibby, definitely check out some of the podcast episodes when you get a chance. Again, you can find the links through my profile on my YouTube channel, Paradigm Shift Radio on iTunes. Even if you just go to paradigmshiftcentral.com, you can find all that there. Why would anybody want to be human with political wars? To be able to, again, because I think this earth is like the yin and the yang. It's the highs and the lows. You can't really get the highs if the lows aren't present. So we as humans came to experience all of it. And what I feel most importantly, we came here to be able to help like transmute the unconscious, to be able to help make the unconscious conscious. So that's like part of the work that we're doing. You know, it's like literally a giant alchemical process what's happening on earth right now. I think Sarah wants to know the exact reason we need the human experience. I mean, yeah, again, that's a big question. Live the question. You don't need to know the answer. Live the question of the human experience. So, and stay curious. Awesome, Gibby. Have an awesome day. I'll talk to you later. About the blue beings, how did you discover this? So the blue beings thing, again, I was kind of talking about this earlier before you asked in the chat. This was something that I just kind of like pieced together years and years ago. Once I kind of understood, like I was like, because I read in like a science journal where I was like, wait, like once you start studying the eyes, you realize that like the way we see the world around us is actually like not what it is. Like this is really weird, but like apparently this is like hard to understand. Like the way we see things optically is actually like upside down. So like what looks normal to us is actually like the opposite. Like it's actually upside down. It's weird. It's hard to even wrap. Your mind is like, what? That doesn't even make sense. But again, within this process, we know scientifically that like the human eye only receives like a small percentage of the fraction of light. I don't think that's quite the best way to be able to explain it. I think we're actually always kind of receiving this data, but we literally receive it through our third eye, so to speak, our first eye, whatever you want to call it. And then that's why, Unagapi, thanks for joining in, man. Unagapi makes dope content too. If anybody's looking for more conscious creators to share, check it out, man. But what I was going to say is that within the kind of like the scientific approach to it, there is this idea that like the way how we see things is basically inverted. So like the color spectrum is even inverted right now, which is really weird. And so once I saw this, I was like, wait a second. And then I was playing around with like filters in Photoshop, and you like invert the photo of a person, and I'm like, what? Like it's blue, like what? Like it's cyan. That's really peculiar. And then I just kind of connected the dots, and I'm like, wait a second, like, oh my goodness, like the filters that we have on within this reality, like they're not quite the same within higher dimensional realities. And within psychedelic experiences, these filters kind of get pulled back. And that's why within dreams and within, again, psychedelic experiences, people will talk about these experiences of meeting these blue beings. So then it was just a process of just connecting the dots and like looking at pop culture. And again, even like seeing like the Hindu depictions of their gods, it like made it obvious. And then you start looking at all the other things like the avatars and Dr. Manhattan. I'm like, whoa, what? Like, and it was just a matter of me like piecing the dots, connecting the dots. So again, like I didn't see someone else make a video of it. Like I came to that realization on my own years and years ago. But again, I know other people have also come to that same conclusion, which again is why it's like a intuitive thing. So Nuthalab, if that answers your question, let me know. But yeah, thanks for asking. Um, bu- 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 it can be painful experience to go through while we are receiving the data. Inverts are awesome. Up to the awakening. Thanks for explaining. Oh yeah, no problem, man. Or whoever. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Sarah, sending you good vibes. That's why, like, again, I know it's hard sometimes, but that's why we're here, like, as a community. That's why community is so important. Like, it's I understand that, like, at times it can be, like, very disheartening and heavy, but, like, let those be indicators of where we can send more love. So if you're just like, oh, I feel like really, like, kind of like, things are hard right now, use that opportunity to kind of, like, ask yourself, where can I send more love for myself? It's one of those things right now where it's like, there's certain things within this world that you cannot control. Like, there's certain things that are happening that you cannot control. And so you have to be very mindful of where you put your focus. Because if you're constantly focusing on, like, what's happening on the political spectrum and what's happening within global news, not to say you don't want to be aware. You want to be aware, but you don't want to be, like, pouring your energy into that. That can become exhausting. So instead, spend more time focusing that energy inward. Spend more time absorbing content that's going to inspire you. Spend more time working on yourself, eating healthy, spending time going for walks, spending time in nature, the practical things, and spend time finding things where you can, like, express yourself, where you can focus your creative energy, cultivate that creative energy. Like, again, like, when we feel crappy, that's a great time to learn. That's a great time to become aware and be like, why do I feel crappy? And then to pay attention, because there's a lesson there, and then to be able to, like, work on kind of, like, again, creating the balance within our own life. It's up to us. Like, we have to be responsible for ourselves. But again, that's why community is so important, because I know it can be exhausting. And that's why when you're around other people that are also on the same path of, like, kind of keeping each other in check, that's the value of community. It's easy to just kind of wander off the path on its own. So okay, I'm just gonna keep replying to comments here. I think I'm almost caught up. Oh, I like this comment. There's a comment here on a video of me and Toli doing a live together. I love this comment. I love this. And the comment it says, people, Avengers is the greatest crossover ever. And then it just says, this exists. And so it's like me and Toli working together. So it's kind of cool. Like, I know people really get a kick out of that, where, yeah, like, when they see creators who they like working together, that, like, really is exciting for them. So stay tuned. Me and Toli are going to have to do some more stuff. Thanks for sharing. So shout out to Toli. Shout out to everyone. All right. How long have I been on this broadcast for? For a while, right? I'm trying to find a clock somewhere. I don't even know. For a while. Feel a connection. Yes, a community. Absolutely. Community is so important. So for those of you who are tuning in, if you're new to my profile, drop a 333 in the comments. Let me know what video you found me through. And yeah, we're just hanging out here. I'm replying to all the comments. I'm almost caught up on replying to all the comments. There's a few more here. You know it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a break soon just to rest my throat. And again, we have our team broadcast tonight at 8 p.m. So I gotta get ready. This is like so I'm gonna have 3 broadcasts today. So that's a lot of work. So it says the idea of blue skin. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I want to go for a walk soon. That's what I want to do. So if anybody, again, if you guys are interested in dreams, tune in for dream class tonight, 8 p.m. Links in my profile. Like, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube if you aren't. Yeah, and again, the idea of, like, again, when we go through challenging times, like, again, that's kind of emphasizing the idea that, like, we as humans, like, we need each other. Like, we literally need each other, right? So in the same way, you might be going through a hard time, but then you connect with community, you're like, oh, that really helped me. in the future, you might be on the opposite end of that, where like somebody else is going through a hard time, and then you provide like that opportunity for connection. Thank you again, Sarah. Thank you again, Kathy. So grateful just for everybody tuning in. Again, this is like, I enjoy the interactions here. Kathy sent Italian hand. I love the gifs on these. They're so funny. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Blake, as well. Okay. I'll have to see how many gifts I have so far. Yeah, Sarah, like, quick thing there, like, yeah, just talking about, like, you know, people who are nice. Yeah, like, it's up to us to set healthy boundaries. So yeah, like, you are responsible for the energy that you let into your space. That's kind of a blunt way of saying it, but it's also an empowering way of being like, yo, you can set your own healthy boundaries. So important, right? Like, honestly, for me, for where I am in my mission, like, my focus is like, I understand the importance of my focus to the point where, like, I have zero room for bullshit. Like, zero room for bullshit. Like, if I need to reply it briefly, I will. But, like, that's why, like, yeah, like, any trolls and stuff in the comments, like, zero room for that. And again, that's not just because it's like, oh, like, whatever. Like, that's actually me, like, having respect for myself and respecting the space that we're creating in the community. So when you say no to something, you're also saying yes to something else. So when you say no to someone, you're saying yes to yourself. So be like, sorry, like, I don't have time for this drama because I'm focused on cultivating self-love for me. So don't feel guilty about saying no, because when you say no, you're actually saying yes to something else. So what are you saying yes to? What do you want to say yes to, right? Let's say yes to our own personal wellness. You know, that's what, like, yeah, I say yes to respecting myself, to setting my boundaries, for cultivating my energy, and for exploring this reality in a way that is my own, right? Like, no one else is going to tell you how to live. They can, but it's up to you to decide how. Good for you, Kathy. Yeah, I hope what I'm saying is just kind of like, even for whoever's tuned into this, it's just giving you guys a little bit of support in that way. You know, maybe telling you something that you're just like, oh, thanks, I needed to hear that. One second. Do you guys know Mira? Mira Cool? Do you guys follow her? Miss Mercenary. Magic. I'm grateful for the family. Beautiful. Awesome. Alright, team. I think I'm almost done this broadcast soon enough. Once I'm done catching up on these comments, then I have to go all the way back. So... Kelly approves. I'm 16 hours deep. Why do you say like Start watching Midnight Gospel. Nice. Okay, sorry, just gotta catch up on the comments. Miracle, who is that? Yeah, that's another creator on TikTok. Yeah, Sarah, exactly. You can still be loving to someone while keeping boundaries. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, no problem. Happy to share. Okay, I think I'm almost caught up here. Okay, thank you so much. It'll be interesting, again, just like all the replies I'm doing. I just like the idea of, like, you know, other people seeing this and just being like, oh, he replied. Oh, it made my day. I like the idea that, again, you know, for people who follow my content, like, they actually like look forward to it. you know, there's like, oh sweet, new post, yeah. Like I put a lot of you know, intention and creativity into every single post. So cool. All right, there's only a couple people left on the live. Is there anybody tuned in on YouTube right now? We've been on air for 90 minutes. Exactly. So after this, I'm gonna take a break. Anybody still tuned in on TikTok? Yeah, we got a few people here. So for those of you just joining in, we were just getting wrapped up. This is a long broadcast. Literally. I think Obvious might be joining our dream class tonight. That'll be dope. Thanks, Kathy. Kathy's saying, I've been sitting here thinking about how cool it is that you do that. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. I think it's cool that you guys pay attention to the stuff I create. So, high five. Cool. All right, thanks again, everyone, for joining in. Sorry, Kathy. What's are you looking for my YouTube? My YouTube is through my profile. Like, go to my profile, click on like the Instagram icon, and then you'll find it. My YouTube is Skull Babylon. Man, I need to go for a walk after this. Like, I haven't been outside yet today, so gotta reply to all those comments. Nice. Someone said they liked the graphics in the video. Sweet. Trippy. Okay. So close how everything really is. More or less. More or less. Alright, yeah, if anybody has any quick questions. BB Witchery back once again. We're still here. This did blow my mind. Makes sense. Success. I think I'm almost caught up. This is like almost up to 20 hours. 20 hours back. Whew. This is hard work, man. Oh, I should have been wearing my glasses. What the hell am I doing? I don't know why I wasn't. Forgot about that. There we go. These are light blocking glasses. They're not like prescription. It's for blocking the lights. Oh, Kathy jumped in on YouTube. Cool. And I hope the rain stops. I want to go walk. Just go walk around somewhere. Almost caught up on these comments. You guys are gonna look at, like, check the comment number. How many are we at right now? Almost like 350 comments. Half of those are gonna be my replies. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you too. Thank you too. Again, for those of you who tune in, literally just chilling out, replying to all the comments. I think there's only just a couple of us right now. I guess I don't have to keep repeating myself. So. Hi everyone, welcome to our broadcast. Da, 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 da. Meanwhile, I'm just like, oh, I need to chill out. If anybody has any quick comments of gratitude, please feel free to leave those in the chat. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Again, I know this isn't like super exciting, but that's funny. One Love talking about One Love's a username. One Love Free, another cool creator, talking about like the TikTok rest area and how they were like stretching while watching it. More people talking about how the Blue Beings video blew their mind. Oh, I'm almost caught up on these comments. So close. Da, 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 da. That's cool. BB Witchery just like putting me on in the background while doing chores. What's this? Okay, how many more comments do I have here? Oh, am I caught up? I think I caught up. Yo, I think I'm done. Oh, there's a few here that I haven't gotten yet. I'm not doing like, I'm not like doing any copy pasting either. I appreciate it. Oh, there's still a few more comments. Thank you for... Cool. That's cool. Alright, anybody else joined in? I think it's just like Kathy and BB Witchery right now. Chakra Soldier. Follow that guy. That guy's got a cool username. Shout out to everyone for being awesome. Oh, am I caught up? Now I think I'm caught up. Yes. Yes. Took me 100 minutes to go through all of those comments. Whew. It's hard work. Alright, watch. Now I'm gonna like refresh and I'm gonna see how many new comments do I have. Yeah, now I've got like about 15 new comments to go through, give or take. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Oh, cool. Someone said, you've just answered a lifelong question I've always wondered. Success. That's funny. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, the content I create, right? Like, I'm just like, you know, I'm just a conduit for what the universe wants to be able to put in front of itself. And for some people, you know, they'll watch one of my videos and it will mean something like really deep to them, you know, like it's hard for me to even know like how much it will really mean. Thanks so much for how do I support you on Patreon? Kathy, the link for my Patreon is in the YouTube info, so you can see the link there. So the Patreon is monthly contributions. And if you join at the $11 or higher, then that's the leading member option. You could literally join with like whatever. But again, like that's how I earn my income through Patreon. So like you guys make this possible. So, and I focus on, you know, again, like a lot of my content is like for free for the community. That way, so we're just like serving the community as best as we can while still having like a sacred space for private members as well. Don't hold onto that idea too tightly. Be here now. So happy you popped up on my FYP. The spiritual community on here is almost better than Twitter. Oh, that's Quirky Female again, who was in here earlier. Totally. We are so happy to be here. So happy to be here. Again, for those of you just joining, I'm just replying to all the comments on my TikTok right now. If you're new to my profile, go ahead, drop a 333 in the comments. Let me know. And then that way, so I can just say hello to you. And yeah, thank you so much for following. Exactly. Da, 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 da. Okay, love it. I started my awakening in October, and I'm studying everything I can. Awesome, good for you. Good for. Kathy, you're asking, do I go to the site? Kathy, like the link to the Patreon is in the video if that's what you're asking. But yeah, you can check out the Patreon. You can see there. That's where you can sign up. If you do have any other questions, though, just let me know. All right, team. I think I'm almost done here. Now I'm like replying to comments that were replies to the comments that I commented on from earlier in the broadcast. Awesome. Cool. All right, I think I'm almost done. Da, 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 da. Totally. All right, let's see. I'm gonna refresh my comments. Yes, I did it. I'm all caught up on my comments. Sweet. Da, 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 da. Cool. All right, team. Time for me to take a break. That was a lot of hard work. All right. Kathy, if you have any other questions with the Patreon, just go ahead and let me know. Let's see. What is this video at now? The video is at 13.6. That's awesome. Great job, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for just liking and commenting. It's funny because like literally as we're doing that broadcast, people are like seeing the video for the first time. So. All right, team. I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna go get some fresh air. Do my best to keep up with the comments as they keep coming in. So beautiful. All right, team. I'm gonna jump off. Thanks everyone for joining in. If you do have any like really quick questions, go ahead, leave those in the chat. Woke, that's a weird word to say. Just saw the blue video on the FYP. Thank you so much. Devil, awesome shirt. Thank you. This shirt, the version of the shirt, this is available through my item shop. You guys can check the link in my profile. I'll just hang out here just for a couple more minutes in case there's just any quick questions people want me to answer. I literally was live, literally like replying to all the comments. So that took us an hour and 40 minutes to reply to all those comments. So thank you again, everyone, for your comments. Awesome. Yeah, Kathy, absolutely. Go enjoy some of my past videos. Please do. Watch the Journey to Lucidity movies. Watch the free hugs videos. Like, there's so much there. So, sweet. All right. Cool, team. Again, just taking a moment here to just thank everyone. We still got 6 people tuned into the chat. If you guys are new to my profile, drop a 333 in the chat. I'm just going to be on here just for about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to jump off because this was a long broadcast. But we'll be back tonight for Dream Class at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, James, for asking. So Dream Class at 8 p.m. Like the broadcast will start a bit afterwards at 8 p.m., but like show up in the YouTube at 8 p.m. and then we'll start it a little bit after. So for those of you who are just joining in, I literally just spent the last 2 hours replying to every single comment on TikTok that came in over the past 24 hours, particularly on the Blue Beings video. Thanks, Kelly. Dropping more of the gifts. Kelly, I think you're like the biggest gifting person on my profile so far. So thank you, Kelly. Would you share your first breakthrough experience? Oh, geez. I don't even know what counts as my first breakthrough experience. Like whether that should be psychedelics or just like synchronicities. Nori, welcome. Wookworm. I'm never going to say that right. Welcome. Morgan, welcome. Devil, welcome as well. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. Again, for those of you who may be new here, again, like the content I'm providing is also like a branch that's serving as an invite for people to be able to connect further with the community that we're building. We have been doing this. I've been building this community for 10 years now, over almost 11 years. And it's a community of people that we refer to ourselves as shifters or light guardians, people who are actively helping assist with the shift in consciousness. So if you haven't yet, definitely go check out more on my profile. So I'll be able to it's gonna move the I'm just organizing my link tree right now. Yeah, if you go to my profile, check out the video Awakening Within the Matrix in 5 minutes. You have to scroll down a little bit. If you go to my LinkedIn, my profile, you'll see the link for tonight's Dream Class at 8 p.m. You see the link for our past team podcasts. You'll see the link for our team meditations that we do Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. I would love for you to join that if you're new. You can see the link for my Patreon where you can support on Patreon. Our next goal on Patreon is 150 Patreon supporters. We're currently at about 140. We got a few people who are going to be joining soon. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. And again, the Patreon is a dope way not only to just be able to support me, but also to be able to invest in yourself. When you join on Patreon, you get like access to our private team chat to like support like fellow conscious creators and leaders. So it's really cool. So Dream Class, that's tonight. Kelly, thank you again for more sun cream. Yummy. My first breakthrough was the synchronicities. Second was the machine elves. Ooh, Kelly, that's fascinating. I'd love to hear about the machine elves. Yeah, one of my breakthroughs was definitely working with DMT in 2009. That was like a huge like, okay, like this is like, I have seen the code of the Matrix. Like this is not just a theory anymore. So Dream Class, Nori, Dream Class is a broadcast we're doing tonight where it's basically like a community group discussion and we're talking about dreams, lucid dreaming, dream practices to help develop more, just to help people like get better at practicing their dreams, to help people get thinking about dreams a little bit more, to support each other, to develop accountability. So have you seen the hieroglyphics? The hieroglyphics of the sun cream? Which hieroglyphics, Kelly? Of the machine elves? Are there hieroglyphics of the machine elves? I feel like there would be. I like the idea that like the Egypt that we commonly think of, when you think of Egypt, you think of like this desert. I like the idea that like the Egyptians that we recognize as being Egyptians are not the first culture of that location. Like back in the day, those pyramids would have been built like around like forest and everything like that. And then over time it became desert. So I think there's been like lots of civilizations on this earth for quite some time that we just don't know about. Because if we did, it would like counteract some of the narratives that are in place. So and that's a comment, and delete that one. On a serious note though, this made me feel really calm, as if I was floating things. Aw, beautiful. Beautiful. Thanks so much for commenting and connecting. FYI, we do team meditations Monday for 10 a.m. Links in my profile. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just have to reply to those. Scuba bop bop bop. The paintings. Alex Gray draws them. I saw them and then saw this. I'd like to see Alex Gray's depictions of machine elves. I mean, I'm sure I have seen that one. I'm just trying to think of which one. Mayan pyramids and jungle. I'm waiting to try DMT till the intuition says okay. I'm being told to ask about dragons. Any knowledge? I think dragons are a fascinating topic. I like the idea that like this is just a theory, but the idea, and again, I'm gonna hop off here in a minute. I've been on for 2 hours now. I'm getting pretty tired. That like dragons like still exist. They're just like in like another dimensional plane. They're, I mean, in our dream space, they're there, but it's kind of like this idea that like back in the day, some of these creatures were like in the same dimension or vibrational frequency of us, but then like some of them like left that dimension or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It doesn't really hold up too well. But I think the mythology of dragons is fascinating. Even just the symbolism, the serpents and symbolism is incredibly fascinating. There's a lot of esoteric wisdom there. Mr. Nolan, we're just wrapping up, dude. I literally just spent the last 2 hours replying to every single comment on my TikTok that came in over the past 24 hours. John, I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Sweet team. All right, team. I'm going to wrap up this broadcast. We'll save some more questions for another time. Again, if you're looking to connect with more, check out my link in my profile. You can find the link for our team chat. You can find the link for my Patreon, for the team broadcasts, our podcasts, global meditations, morning meditations, full-length movies I've made, lots of stuff. Yeah, I might need to take a nap before dream class. We'll see. I'm gonna go for a walk. That's what I want to do. Get some fresh air. So, all right, team. Thanks so much for joining in. Really appreciate everybody being here. Stand by for more lives, and again, tune in for dream class tonight. You can find the link through my profile, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, looking forward to creating some more fun opportunities for us to be able to learn, grow, and expand together. So, thank you so much, everyone. Wrapping this up on YouTube as well. I don't think too many people were tuned in on YouTube, but that's okay. All right. All right. Okay. Talk to you later, everyone. See you guys soon. Much love. Thank you, YouTube.